Restream looks like it's good to go. And let's go to my channel. That looks like it's going too. And videos, yes, that's live. Let me make sure the on. Perfect. What else? I think we're good. So, welcome to the stream. We are going to be, oh, you know what, let me just check one more Twitch. Let me just check Twitch really quick. Yes, brilliant. Okay, so today we're going to get back to work on modeling the airports of Memories of a Spy. I think the last one we were on was Paris. So we did London, DC, and Paris, which means up next is Berlin. But before I get to that, what I do want to show you really quick is this. So this, you've seen it before. You've seen me wear it on a few of the streams. I showed this thing off. It's the Your Life FSM. So game object is you, and then the FSM is your life. This is initialize, so that's when you're born. Get next day, right? You have a loop event in here. So after you get the day, you live that day. You sleep, send back up to the top to get the next day. This loops to however many days there are in your life, and then you're dead. Okay, so very simple FSM. We're all born with it, and these shirts are now on sale. So if I come over here, you can see that there is stevenscottday.com/merch, and it's only on one up. It's the only one up right now, but there are a few other designs that I'm working on. This is the one I felt the most confident about right now. It's the one I wanted most. This is why I ordered it maybe a month or two ago. Yeah, so this is finally properly up for sale. So if you come here, you can click on this. It takes you to the Teespring, or I forgot what they're recalled now. They did a rebranding of like Creator Spring or whatever. You can get the shirt here. Comes in gray, a lighter gray, red, white, and pink. Considering kind of putting up some options for some hoodies and stuff right now, but it's summer, so I'm not really trying to flood my store with a bunch of shit that you're probably not going to buy right now. Sappy Rook says, just shut up. Nice merch, by the way. Thank you, Sappy Rook. Thank you. Consider grabbing a shirt. They're $24, which I think is a modest price considering that Teespring does take care of the expenses, shipping around the world, I think. There's a 30-day free return policy. You could also do this afterpay thing. Comes in a bunch of different sizes. There's a size guide here if you don't know how to measure yourself in metric system. Or yeah, you have your options here for like, because for me, I don't know where I have. Usually have to bust out like a measuring tape, but you'll be able to figure it out here. I'm considering getting a pink one. But yeah. If any of you are interested in seeing this put on something else, I'm also thinking about hats and stuff, but just like this design's rather large to be putting on a hat. And there's a few other designs that I've considered that are probably lend themselves a little bit better to the sort of real estate of a baseball cap. EchoBase says, nice, that's awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, just keep an eye out and let me know if you're interested in seeing this design put on something else. But I do want to keep the merch store sort of tight. I don't want to put a million options up there. It's just kind of weird if you have like a cell phone cover and a mug and a this and a that and that. But considering stickers, some of the basics, the big three, hats, shirts, and sweaters, stuff like that. So just wanted to put that out there. There's links to the store in the description. But you can also just remember, if you just go to my site, stevenscottday.com, it's also linked there up here at the top in gamedev, merch. You can also just go to stevenscottday.com/merch. Rum Mage says, Stevie. Who's Rum Mage? That means that this person is related to me. Rum Mage must be related to me. Nobody calls me Stevie unless you're related to me. Who in the world is that? So, I'm going to close this out, but again, links are in the description. Let's get to work on Berlin. So I'm going to open up the spreadsheet here. We're going to go to Berlin's page, and Berlin has the airport here. Let me close some of this out. Actually, I'll keep it open for later. We have the terminal, so this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one, this one, this one. Oh, and the exterior as well. this one, this one, this one, and I think that's good. So the exterior looks like this. Okay, there's kind of a hangar. We don't really have too much to work with. This is another one of the ones I'm gonna have to kind of take creative liberties on. A lot of the airports, honestly, I have to take creative liberties on. But we do have some interesting pictures here. Welcome to Berlin. Okay. This stuff. Oh, and then also, actually, you know what I need to do is, I'm just gonna add everybody really quick, because in here, modeling Berlin. Let me take this one, I believe. Copy link. And Steven's got data. Twitch. Okay. Because in my Memories of Spy thing is where I keep all the little overhead schematics. So this one, I believe, is Berlin. Is this Berlin? I think it is. Let me see. Pretty sure Berlin is the T-shaped one. Yeah. This was Paris, right? Yeah, this is Paris, and then this is Berlin. Okay, so this is the overhead of Berlin. This is the design that I based off of the drawings from this thing. Or I'm sorry, the reference images from this spreadsheet. So all of these, you can kind of see this like long corridor thing with the shops on the side, but it kind of guides the passengers from one end to the other. There's some doors and some staircase stuff over there. But down here, what does it say? Zoligpack custom baggage, Flug von Flight, Flug something FR, can't read that. Flug means flight, I think. So airplane in German is Flugzeug, der Flugzeug. All right, trying to get an idea of what I want here. This. Okay, all these shops are off to the side. That's what these are. Pass through here at the end. I think that's what this is all about. And this stuff. Okay, this is where they're sitting. All right, I think I have an idea. I think this is enough. Okay, come over here. Go to UV editing. So we have both of these tabs. And I'm gonna select everything, delete everything, hit N. Change my view to 24, so we're nice and wide. And first thing, we're actually going to import FBX. Laker Mouse says, afternoon, Professor S and folks. Good afternoon, Laker Mouse. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? How y'all doing today? Let me just make sure. Yes, okay, good. We are going to core FBXs and then character. Okay, bringing this person in, and I'm gonna switch to this mode. Actually, yeah, that's fine. And gonna do Shift A, mesh cube, and gonna scale this down, and then scale this Shift Z styly. Okay, and what's the design? Don't want to make it too long. The actual thing is very long. This actual airport is, like, this corridor is pretty sizable, right? You're walking from this end over here all the way over here. Like, it's a pretty long walk. I don't want to include all of that for this because, well, I don't want to waste the player's time. This isn't one of those crazy open world games where you need a horse to get across everything. Nothing against Shadow of the Colossus or Breath of the Wild or Red Dead, but it's just the pace gets a little screwy in a small indie game like that. So instead, I'm going to take this this corridor. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. We'll get the shape right. So I'm going to take this and we're going to scale it on X. That's a little too small, so we're going to scale it on Y. Okay, and I think something like that I can work with. I think that's chill. And then maybe actually make it a little bit larger because we're going to put some shops on the sides. Okay, I think this, I mean, that honestly, Yeah, my thing is still smaller, I think, right? It might be a very similar size, but mine is definitely smaller. Okay, so then the design requires walls. But first what we're going to do is take this face and extrude it out. And we want this to be the other half of the room, because you'll see it's like a T shape, right? So if I take this, this part right here, starting at this line, this will be this part of the room. So this part's going to require some kiosks here, some benches in the middle, a little space in between where a line can form, and then space behind that, right? So that's what these are, right? Here's each of the kiosks, and then each of these are the benches, and then just some space behind that. So that shouldn't be too much. What I could do is take our person, our character, select hierarchy, Shift S8, okay, grab this, and we could kind of block something out. I think I feel good enough about being able to just like pull it out like right there, maybe a little bit further because of the wall, the depth of the wall. Okay, and now I could take these sides and Alt-E, extrude faces along normals, and then pull them out. Okay, there we go. And now we have this. I'm gonna scale down a little bit. I feel like it's a little too much. Like that is good. Okay, and then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna rename this to Berlin-airport_ground. And then I'm going to Shift D to duplicate, right click to put it in the same place. And then I'm going to rename this duplicate to walls instead of ground. And then I'll take that and move it up really quick. And I think that basically I just want to take these parts and go separate selection, come out like this, and move it up. So it's just, oops. So it's just that top plane. Okay, so I kind of broke that in half. Now I'm going to delete that. Now this is just the plane. And that way, what I could do is take just this plane and create walls from it. So I think the move here is to, let me see, can loop cut? Yeah, loop cut's got me. So I'm going to put a loop cut like here, 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 and then actually I'm going to save this last one by doing this. Take these, solo them, and then put a loop cut here, here, and one at the end like that. Okay, and honestly I'm going to scooch that back. It doesn't need to be that much. Alt-H to reveal everything, and then I can grab these faces. Actually, I'm going to hit Alt to try to loop select as much as I can. Okay, I don't want that one though. I do want these. That, and that. Oh, you know what the big brain move would have been? Is if I just selected these and then deleted the faces. Okay, then I could select all of these, hit extrude, and pull up. Okay, that's the big brain move. Save some time. Okay, so we have walls now, and I'm going to scooch them down on this. Okay, they can even clip through a little bit, no big deal. Let my people clip. All right, so now this is the basic shape of our airport. And then if we do want to change anything, there's some relatively easy ways that we could change some of the shapes of this, but I think this is good right now. It's kind of big, it's kind of a big place, but I think giving something special to each of the airports is a nice touch. Ben Stanley says, hello, what's up Ben Stanley, how's it going? How goes it? Welcome. I was just about to say that giving a little special something to each of the airports is nice, because a lot of them are very samey, and you just kind of end up changing the textures and doing slight, just like very slight changes. But this one I think it has a nice unique thing, because if you see here, if I just go into first person mode, let's say you entered on this side, right? And you're walking through this airport. You have to get all the way to the end before you can even see what's around these corners. Right, so it's a longer walk to see around these corners. That's a nice, interesting thing that sort of guides the player's eye, while obstructing things. Kind of, it adds like a layer of critical thinking to when you're on a mission, right? Because you can hide over here, but so can the other people that you might be following. Ben Stanley says, not much going on here, happy face. Well, I do enjoy the happy face, Ben. That makes me happy. Okay, so what's next? We're gonna put some of these side shops in, and then we'll put the kiosks in. But actually, you know what? These walls, you know what? Yeah. We're gonna bring these in. So I'm gonna select these, Alt-E, extrude, bring them in like that. And then I'm gonna solo them. I'm gonna go right here, KZC. I'm gonna cut along like right there. And then now I have these two faces that I could bridge. So I could take that and that, hit F, this and this, hit F. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do too? I'm gonna delete these faces. Face, okay. That way, when I bridge these, later on when I'm doing UV mapping, I'm not confusing myself with little faces that I can't see, that are sort of obstructed by the rest of the geometry. Skinny Bandit says, oh, hey baby. what is this emote? I'm not familiar with that emote. Hey baby, what's up, Skinny Bandit? How's it going, baby girl? Babylicious, bubblicious baby. I have a feeling that this, yeah, let's bring it down. Let's bring it like right there. Keep it tallish, but hide most of this. Yeah, okay, that looks good. So we have this now. Let's create the shops. So the shops look like, where are they? Like this. It's kind of, or actually, are they shops? What am I looking at? I don't even know what my own design is. I think what it is that these are shops. These are little kiosk shops. And then these are sort of indented spaces in the walls where the ticket agents are. So this is where you buy the tickets to get the plane. And then over here are the kiosks to board the plane. So you have to talk to each of these gate agents to get to your plane. Okay, that's what we'll do. Skinny Band says, missed you, man. How have you been? I've been good. And much appreciated. Thank you. It was kind of crazy. I just went to Anime Expo over the weekend. All 4 days. Got myself some Hello Weeby gear. Weebed out super hard. If I could just show you really quick, just webcam. Got this. Okay. So cute anime girls all over my stuff. Got this one. Okay. I just got everything with cute anime girls on it. I just want cute anime girls on me all the time. And then I got oh, thank you. Here. This is the lewd one. Slightly lewd, suggestively lewd. Okay? She's brushing her teeth, she's flossing. And that's just sort of the aftermath. You know, if you're brushing and flossing really aggressively, if you truly care about your dental hygiene, you're just gonna end up with sort of a messy, this is gonna get kind of messy. And I mean, now I'm like really like, this is a step away from like a jacuzzi stream, but check it out, right? Sick, right? These shorts are so comfy. And did I get anything else? Oh yeah. And kind of like basic bitch vanilla this one, but you know, I'm kind of like, I mean, what am I gonna say, dude? Like, am I gonna say no to something like this? Check it out. Kame House, MFs. All right. I mean, like, that's pretty rad. It fits. It's a snap back thing, so fits nicely even if I grow my hair out and stuff. Hell yeah, man! Actually cute. Thank you. I feel cute. I feel like such a cutie in these. I wanted to get a wig, but can't find the right one. You're wearing those shorts. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's how my mouth looks in the end as well. 10 out of 10. Yeah, same. It's because we care, right? It's because we care about our dental hygiene. Yeah, glad I got to share that. I'm gonna be wearing a lot more of that on stream, so stay peeped. Okay, so we're gonna put these shops in. These shops are at the edge. I'm sorry, the ticket agents are at the edge, which means that we're gonna want to probably the easiest way is if I put, let me see. Let's take this floor, grab the face, Shift S to, so it puts a little cursor there, Shift A, mesh, cube, puts the cube there, and now this cube, if I scale on Z, oops, scale on Z, let's also put our person over here, Shift S, 8, okay, just so we have a little frame of reference. Let's back them up, okay. We want something that is how tall? What do these places look like? So you could kind of barely see these people right here. Right? Like these are people. And I think this is where I mean, it kind of looks like a baggage check-in, but I think for our purposes, it's also gonna double as where you actually get your tickets. So it's about 1 person high is right here, and then 2 people high. So we'll say it's about 2 people high. I'm gonna select hierarchy, Alt D, Z, stack them like that. And then we'll take this cube and we'll just make sure that this reaches up like right here. Okay, so that's how tall it'll be. And then its length is like, you can imagine 1 person right here and 1 person right here. So maybe 1.5 person. If we take this one, select hierarchy, Alt D, right click, rotate on Y, yeah. Just type in 90, okay. And then Alt D, rotate Y, -90. Oh. -90. No? Okay. 90? Wait, I don't get it. 45? Nope. I don't get why. Whatever. It's like that. Okay, and we'll take this cube, scale on X, so it goes to about that. Right? That's how you properly measure things. This is a good one. This one goes for the. This one's on the record. I'm gonna put this in general. Or I'm going to put it in memes. Measurement boys. Classic. Okay. So, we got the size there. That looks good. And then the depth of it is about what? The depth, right, I'm looking at the pictures, is, let's say, 1 person's length. Let's say like something like that's good enough. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is rotate on Z, like 90, okay, and then scale on X and push it through both sides. Okay, so it kind of sticks out like that. And then what are we gonna do? Gonna bool it up. Give me that bool. I'm gonna call this the Berlin Ticket Agent Booth Cutout. And then let me change this to just walls. Take this, come into our modifiers. Gonna add a Boolean modifier. We're gonna select this cutout. Let's hide it just to make sure it looks nice. Okay, that's, I feel like it could be longer. Am I missing something? Did I fuck something up? What did I fuck up? Huh. They are kind of... Let's do this. Let's scale along Y a little bit more. I feel like it could be a bit wider. And then we'll scale like that. Okay. Then give this a Boolean modifier. Boolean, take that, hide this. That's a little closer to what I imagine the shape should look like. Okay, take this character, put him over here, Shift A, or no, sorry, Shift S8. Okay, and the thing is, we don't just want a hole in the wall, we do want, let's see, I think you can grab this, and then the type is union or intersect. No, I think, yeah, I'm tripping. It is difference, but then we're just have to put geometry out here afterwards. That's fine, no big deal. So I'm gonna apply that, apply, and then gonna take this and unhide it. Maybe let's see. This is kind of a tricky one. How do I want to solve this? If you just have those faces, is it just these? Yes. And then if I did Alt-E, extrude faces along normals, and pull them down this way. The thing is, you get something weird where this line hasn't extruded as much as this bottom one. And so it's kind of pinched up here. You'll see that this gets bigger as long. It's not perfectly straight. What you could do, though, is you could take the transform of this line. So if I go to item, yeah, this transform on the y-axis, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it after I select this one. There we go. So now it's perfectly straight. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Take the bottom one, take its y-axis, select this, and paste it. Okay, so now that's straight. Same thing over here. Day 478 of Memories by. Is this accurate? Is it, because that sounds kind of accurate. Day 478. Shadow is light. How close is that? Where did you get that number from? I feel like that's close, because it's been over a year. I mean, honestly, to be quite honest, 2021. Yeah. And then 2022. Yeah. That sounds very accurate. Where'd you get that number from? Taking this, Y, copying it, pasting it, and one more. Y, copy, and then Y, paste. Cool. And then Alt-H to reveal everything. Is there Z fighting on shit? Am I tripping? There's no Z fighting, right? These are completely... they're... Oh, no Z fighting. Nice. That means that now I can take these faces. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side too. Boom, boom, boom. Alt-E, and then bring them out like this. Okay, and this will be the booths. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Yeah. Except in here, I'm gonna take these. You know what I'm gonna do? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take these faces and fill her up like that. And then I'll solidify this face. But let me do it over here too. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these lines, fill. Okay, so now if I just grab this face and this face, and then come over to solidify faces, and then change this to like right there. And the reason I'm doing that is because later on, when I bring this into Unity, I don't want the sunlight to spill through the geometry, because it will, like if I go to Control Alt N, right? So all the blue faces, this is the forward facing normal, right? But if I flip that, if that was red, right? If it was just red and if it was just one face, light would pass through this as if this didn't even exist. And then the light would shine over here. But because I made it solid, that means that I have a face over here that is forward facing. So it's, you know, I'll put a texture on it to make it look like the backdrop of the ticket booth. But I also have a face over here that is forward facing. It's forward facing out this way. It doesn't matter what texture I put on this because the player's never going to see it. But at least now there is something preventing light from passing through from the directional light of Unity's sun object. Well, I just did a random guess. Okay. Well, it's a good random guess, I think, because 365 days subtracted from 478, it's like it's just on the cusp of like year and a half ish, and it sounds really good. It sounds really accurate. I'll take it. Actually, you started on December 18th or 19th for development of most. So December 18th and 19th were, I believe, the publication dates, right? Are you looking at the publication dates for the first Memories of a Spy devlog? Because Control-Alt and because Memories of a Spy was in development for a few months before that, like maybe 3 or 4 months before the first devlog was put up. And it was kind of like, like the true inkling, the true seed of Memories of a Spy, it existed. That prototype, have you ever seen the prototype where I'm like, hook-shotting into hotel rooms, looking at the random or the procedurally generated, sort of randomly organized mission to like crack into a safe, knock out the person at the hotel and all that stuff. Back when, what's his name? Distractobot was a thing. Easter egg texture on the back. Easter egg texture on the back of you in your shorts. Oh, right. Noted. Remind me. Chayley Whaley, please remind me. I will definitely put a photo of me in my shorts on the back of this face at some point. Okay, noted. Josh, it's Josh. Just dropping in for a minute or not. Just dropping in for maybe an hour or so. If you got any modeling questions, let me know. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Josh, who, it's Trege, I think. Treg. He's in the Discord. He's definitely swung by in the chat before. And I think by some other pseudonym, right? I think by some other alias, because often he has to remind me that it's him. I forget what his YouTube username is. But Josh is responsible for modeling. Well, look at this. I'll just show you. He's responsible for modeling a handful of furniture and props. I don't think you did any of the DC stuff. Did you do London? You did London, I think, right? You had... Oh, I don't know why it's not showing up in London. Whoa. Okay, no, you did... I'm pretty sure you did stuff for the other places, too. I think. But your name is showing up. So here's where you can see the names. I don't know when we adopted the system, but at some point we adopted the system to put our name next to the things that we modeled. So Josh did the overhead lamps at De Elefantenkopf, for example, or the overhead lights at the hotel, or the lobby plants. If you've ever seen that little lobby chair and couch, that's all Josh, baby. So Josh models these things up. He shoots them over. I totally destroy my soul looking for textures and UV mapping them for, way more time than I should. And then they get put into the game. Trege 7, there we go. Paris and Morocco, right. Another thing is that it's because Josh actually lives in France. He's a sort of American something else, I believe, living in France. Unity these days having some type of drama with the CEO letting go of staff. Wait, what? What's that about? Shadow's Light. I have not heard of this. Some type of drama with CEO letting go of staff. I have not heard of this. Okay, so I have to expand this floor. So let's take the floor, tab out, and let's just grab this face and this face, and we will scale on X like that. And I think that's fine. That's chill. Yeah. I'll post about it to Discord. Okay, sure. Is this like big drama? Is this like big news right now? I have not heard anything about this. It's funny how he let go of core tech engineering team, which supposed to make the engine be an engine to function. Yeah, Unity, from what I understand, has a really sort of tumultuous past with like sticking to goals or like roadmaps, which has been really frustrating for devs. Yeah, after saying no one would be let go, it's the former EA. Ooh, the former EA CEO. That's not a good sign, man. Okay, so I got the floors in. This is all looking okay. Let's start maybe slapping some textures in here, because it's hard to read all this gray shit. Let's maybe put in just the desks. I mean, the little counters. So I think, let's grab this. We're gonna grab these walls. Gonna grab it on the other side as well. Okay, Shift H. And then I'm just gonna go into this, KZC, cut across, boom. And then we will, unhide everything. And then just so I don't completely screw myself later, let's just delete these faces and delete these faces. And then go like this, this, and this. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And then could do the same thing over here. So go backside, top, and front. All right, there we go. So these are the booths. It's a little high. I think maybe they can go down, like right there. No, it's a little low. Right there. That's good. All right, that's fine. Also, how thick are they? Is this too thick? No, that's fine as well. Whoa, I missed a lot. Facts about the cuts coming from the wrong place. EA is the most hated company in America. It kind of is. That's facts also. It's funny how they did a big transaction buying tools instead of using that money to improve onto the engine itself. Yeah, that big thing with, whatchamacallit, Weta, right? Because Weta has big stakes in Unity now, right? Or some type of mutual thing. It's funny how they did, blah, blah, blah. I sent it to you in Discord. Okay, right on. I'll check it out after the stream. I won't be surprised those teams that were let go of goes finding work with Unreal Engine. I know. It's the engine wars. I also do feel like both engines have kind of like carved themselves like separate. Like they don't really, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. I'm not going to try to go down that road. Textures, I think, are ready. I think this place is good for textures. Let's save this first. So I'm going to call this Berlin _ airport. And we're going to save it here. And let's see what kind of textures we're going to want to put in. So let me also go down to 100. The floor is yeah, I've seen that joked about. Well, true. The floor is kind of a strange texture. It's this glossy, semi-glossy. It isn't marble. It almost, I mean, is it marble? It looks like some type of stone. That's definitely stone. I don't want to put that in there. This is not the right thing. This is closer to, like, I like this. These are like large slabs of something. Let's head over to textures.com. And we're going to look for stone tile. Because it is kind of like marble. I'm going to search photo textures instead. And what I'd really like to find is one that actually has seams in it. And if they're really big, that would be dope. That would be really tight. It's polished marble or granite. Or andesite. Okay, let me see. Polished. This is the only thing that comes up if I search polished. So if I search marble, right. What is the difference between marble and what's the other one I'm thinking of? Am I thinking of marble? Is my brain, like, am I that foggy right now? What did I just say a moment ago? Fuck. This gets kind of close to it. I think I kind of like this one. If I get like a... I kind of like this one. Let's keep that open. This is also really close too, actually. This is actually pretty chill. That's a better contender, I feel, because it's black. If I can find one of those that actually has the sort of like segmenting, like the creases of each slab, of each tile, that would be dank. That'd be super dank. Can't spend too much time on this. Gotta remember my principles here to just fucking move on sometimes. I could always fake it. I could probably fake it. I could probably bring that into Photoshop and just give it a little line around the edge. Yeah, I might do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and oh, is this what I want? None of them are seamless. This is kind of what I want. None of them are seamless though. Let me take one last look and I'll make a decision. Yeah, I kind of like this one more. So we're gonna get the 1024 by 1024 one, and I'm going to save it to textures, GitHub memories by models textures. Okay, good. This is marble base 176. Let's save that in here, but also we're gonna fire up Photoshop, and we're gonna give it a crease. This stream is brought to you by, it's not actually, but I've been smashing on Soylent because it's convenient. Open up this. Where is textures? And what the hell did I just say it was called? Let me just do this. Show in folder. Drop in here. Hide that. Let's copy it, make a new file, paste it in, and then duplicate that layer, make it smaller, like that. Take the bottom one and do a color overlay of black. And normal, like that. Something like this. Maybe even give this top one a drop shadow. Like this. Change the opacity down a little bit. And then size, bring it down. Distance, bring it down. Kind of can't really tell. It's like super subtle. Whatever. Okay, and then Control-Shift-Alt-W. We're gonna call it Marble Base 176.2. Hold on, saving it in textures. Oops, Marble Base _ 176 _ 2 _ tiled, and then we'll slap it on. Okay, go to materials, new material, marble base _ 176 _ 2 tiled. And then base color is an image texture using the texture of the same 176 same name. Cool. Then we tab and AU cube project A scale. Oop. Opnum Gangnam style. Opnum doggy style. All right. Okay. And that seems pretty good. I feel like I can even probably make them bigger. Yeah, I dig that. But the one thing I would want to do is offset that a little bit. So something like that. And then like that. Yeah, I'm chilling. Seems good. All right. Let me have some of this. So good. Jesus. We got a floor in. What's on the walls? Tell me what's on the walls, Zadio. They're creamy. They're kind of a peachy color. Kind of looks like we just use, I have one of these already. Could probably use that. It's probably even up here somewhere. Like, do I own this? I don't, but that's basically what I want. Is there any other one in here? No. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these other ones. No, nope. And we want, this isn't seamless though. Do I own this? Because this is seamless. I don't. This one looks even nicer. I don't own that either, but we'll get it. Okay, we're gonna get the free one. Freemium. This one is called Marble Tile 167_5. Marble Tile 167_5. Grab these walls, make a new material. Marble Tile _167_5. Using the image texture of the same name. Textures 167. There we go. Okay, hitting tab, A, U, cube, A, S to scale. And okay, this is looking all right so far. Maybe this could be smaller. I think these are probably smaller. Or they're pretty big actually. Maybe I go in the other direction. Looks like I go in the other direction. My bad. Scale like that. Yeah, that actually looks way better. Dope, 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 dope. Oops. Okay. Looking good. I do feel like this place is kind of narrow, especially when considering putting in the shops. So I think what I'll do is take this and this, hit tab. Oh, fuck. Alt-Z to grab this, holding control. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna select this. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, change the options up here. Correct face attributes. That way our UVs scale with it as we stretch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I should probably just go like this. Like that. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alt-7. Okay. And I think that's looking a little bit better now. Yeah, I think this will give us enough room to squeeze it in. Dope. And this doesn't feel too big either. This feels all right. The one thing I am wondering is, like, do I only... Yeah, fuck it. I was gonna say, like, how many does this thing have? I only have 2, right? That's good, that's good. It's only 1 on each side. That's fine. Don't need more than that. It's really overkill. So what needs to happen now is I'll put in some placeholders. So just like this, Shift A, open in a cube, and oh, I'm still in this object. My bad. We don't want that. Let's tab out of that. There we go. Now Shift A, cube, and then we'll scale that up. Let's come in, go like here. What do these kiosks look like? They're kind of long. They have an interest. I really like these a lot, actually. So they kind of come up to just above your waist with these little walls, and then they have a really thin roof, and they have a really thin door to get inside of them. And they get lined up across. I guess here's where your luggage comes in, right? I'm repurposing this airport entirely because, like, typically, or not typically, in reality, the airport sends your luggage through this. This is all the customs and baggage stuff. But in my airport, this is just where you walk to get to your airplane. But I do still want to put in these little shops. So I think the move here is to just make those. So I'm going to keep this on one side of my screen, and then this on the other side of my screen. We'll scooch it over like that, so I can see it. Okay, and let's see, how do you model this shit? Let's put a character next to it. So I'm gonna go like this, grab my character, Shift S8. Okay, and it's about, it's maybe just, I think that is like the height of it, huh? It's like really close. Let's leave it at that. I think that's the right height. And put them like right here. I think it's about 1, 2, maybe just 2 people wide. So if I select this and put it like right here, grab this face, and, or actually, scale on Y. There we go. That's about how long it is. They're kind of small. Cyber Rook says, just got back. What's happened? So I've put in the textures. I don't know when you last left, but I put in the textures for this place. So we got in something so my eyes can actually see the shape of this place. It's kind of hard to see what the shape is when everything's gray. But now, at least with these textures in here, I have some idea of the space, some better idea of the space. So we have here the ticket agent booths, right? Agents hang out behind here, sell you tickets. There's also one on the other end over here. I made this place a little wider, and now I'm putting in the kiosks, the little shops. So these places, what's the move? I want to say that I'm just going to bring the roof down. Wait, is that what you do? No. I'll leave the roof there. Let's do this. Grab, nope, that, bring it up. So that's like the little thin roof. Okay, but then I'm gonna hit Shift D, so I duplicate that plane, and I'm gonna take that plane, separate it. Now it's its own thing, and I could bring that down, and here I'll use this to loop cut it, like right here, and here, here, and here. Okay, so now I should be able to select these edges. All right, just delete that face. And if you want to get on the side, this needs to be cut like right there. Maybe bring this over a little bit. And I'll keep the other side closed. So now I can take this face, delete it, and then all of these, if I extrude, kind of have that now. I do want to make these thinner, so we'll scale on Y. Okay. And honestly, even the same thing with this. This is a little thick. Okay. Kind of like the idea of these being thin. All right. Let's get this character, scooch him up. I think maybe this needs to go a little bit higher. So I'm just gonna grab all these lines and move them up. Okay. Nice. There is a center column there, but I think, okay, this is a little hard to figure out now. I don't really know what the deal is with these shops. These shops are kind of hard to get a read on. Some of them sell books. It doesn't look like you go inside. Do you go inside? I don't know what I'm modeling, honestly. I kind of went in blind. This is not what those other ones look like. Oh, shit. I really wish I could see a better picture of them. This is on Getty Images. So let's go to Getty really quick. See if I can find out a better reference. Editorial, we're searching Berlin Airport kiosk. '60s. How did I find those original ones? There's some in here. It's a tough one to crack. Tough one to crack. All right, creative license. I think that's my cue to take some creative license. What I like about it is I like the idea of this, like somebody serving you, as opposed to you just grabbing whatever you want. I'm getting a little carried away with this because these should just be simple shops right now. I don't want to get too carried away with the detail. I didn't do the shops in the other places. So maybe I can put myself in check and just do the exterior of it and not really worry about the rest of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I want this to have little not columns, but like bars. So if I move this all the way to the edge, okay, like that, and then take this, scooch it down like that, and then that's too thick. Kind of want them to be a little bit thinner, and say like that, and like that. Okay, and we'll put several of those. So I'll do Shift D. I'll put one right there, and take this one again, Shift D, and put this one right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Take all of these, Shift D, put them on X, and they kind of stick out a little bit like that. All right, this is looking okay. I think that's good enough. And then maybe what I could do is just take one, Shift D, put it like right here, rotate on Z, maybe like 90 degrees, scooch it back like that, like this, and Shift D, so I can put a door here. So the door has its frame, but otherwise the rest of this is like glass or something, or like some of it's open, right? I guess it's all open. What am I saying? Or is it? Do you walk in here? I'm so confused by these little kiosks. They're like, they are shops, right? Maybe I just have a player walk in there and buy things. I don't know. Okay, so you have those parts. Let's name some of these things so I don't get too lost later. This is the Berlin-airport _ shop bars. I'm gonna copy that text. Also, let's turn off this sort alphabetically nonsense, and then rename this to the same thing, except we'll just call this shop base, and then this one is the roof. Shop roof. Okay, and we'll put both of these inside of the base. Okay, cool. And then we'll put the materials on them now. Textures. So this kind of has like an interesting, it looks a little bit metallic, but I also could imagine a woodish kind of texture too, maybe. Yeah, I can kind of see that being like a wood. This. Let's close some of these out and search something like wood panels. Nothing fancy. It has to be really utilitarian. Very plain. Maybe even wood planks. And it has to be kind of a lighter shade. Like, I might own some, oh, this. What is this? Right here. I do not own these, but that's what it's going to be. Okay, gonna hit free. And we're going to save that as, what is it? Wood planks clean 101 _ 2. Okay, so that's going to be wood planks clean _ 101 _ 2. Is that what I said? 101 _ 2. Okay, perfect. Let's see if this works. Image texture 101. Okay, unwrap that, skizzy wizzy. Let's maximize that. Scale this like that and rotate it like 90 degrees. Nice, nice, nice. Looking good, looking good. I think the one exception is this part up here. I think I want this and this to be like that instead. Okay. And then the rest of it is kind of metal. It does have, you know what it has? It kind of has an outline to it. I think that is sort of important, not just the plain Jane. Like there's plenty more of details like this that I want to put in the other airports, but because this one's coming along nicely pretty quickly, I think I'm going to just, where can I get this from? I feel like I could even get this from here. So if I tab, or maybe if we hide this first, then tab, go to an angle here, K, Z, C, and then just take this top part, and then take this bottom part, and just take faces like that. Oops, and let's see what that looks like if you just give it that, this one, assign. Okay, and you scale it way down so you can't really tell what that texture is. Or actually, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And then same thing with these. We'll just like, fuck it. It just has that same marble shit. Just fuck it. Yeah. Great. Sorry. Maybe, actually, really quick, this could be a super big brain thing. If I make these super tiny, and then I come over here and take the darker part, the shadows, I kind of like that. I could live with that being super low res right now. And then the roof is white. Is it, or is that glare? Is the roof white, or is it glare off of some other type of material? It's kind of hard to tell. Because it looks good like this, I'm gonna try just, what if it was just those planks? Okay, maybe at least take the outside and just rotate it. Yeah, that looks fine by me. Great. So this is a kiosk. Let me get rid of this. Actually, I'm just gonna push it down just in case I want it later. Then we're gonna take, we'll call this the ticket agent booth, or ticket booth, ticket agent booth cutout. And take this shop base. Let's delete some of these boys. Sorry, boys. Oops. Select hierarchy, delete. Select hierarchy, delete. I really wish there was a quicker way to select the hierarchy. Okay. Here's the shop. And the shops, how are they staggered out? They can't get in the way of the ticket agents. Maybe they're more in the center. like this. Yeah. Frame it up like this. Yes. And then Alt D. Oh. Select hierarchy. Alt D on Y. Alt D's nuts. Okay, that looks good. Oh, I forgot we're facing this way. Okay, and then Alt D on X and put it, I guess, right there again. Okay, Alt D on Y. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, less perfection is better. Thank you very much. Okay. Looking all right, looking all right. So this is what it's currently like to walk through the Berlin airport. Okay. Oh, let's turn off these stupid relationship lines. Okay. Cool. And you walk in here, super small. I guess there's like these are a little problematic. I imagine I'm going to be changing some of these dimensions in the future, but basically here's the shops, and then you have the ticket agents here. You get your ticket, okay? Then you continue through here, and this is where you get onto planes, or this is where you wait to get onto planes. So let's continue that part. Or do we want like a little... The only reason these things exist, these little walls, these sort of translucent walls, is to keep people away from to sort of separate people from the baggage claim and the rest of the terminal. But, yeah, because I think this is a conveyor belt right here. Minty Unbox says, hey, I've been watching your making of a horror game on Gumroad. Gotta say, it's taught me some cool new tricks. Not disappointed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Minty Unbox, much appreciated. That makes me so happy knowing that people are getting some value out of this thing. I'm always just like pissed scared. Somebody's gonna be like, this is just trash. I didn't learn anything, because those people exist. I know at the bottom of my heart I made something good, but it's still a really anxiety-inducing thing to put something out in the world that you bust ass on, knowing that there's kind of crazy people out there. But the second most heart-wrenching thing that I can think of, anxiety-inducing thing, is somebody going like, hey, I got your course, and it was like, it was okay, like I didn't really learn much. But it's been really well received, and it's been making me really happy. So yeah, thank you. Taught you some cool new things. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so I can like put it in my little database of nice things that people have said. I haven't put out like a testimonials page, and I know I need to, because so many people, like not only from this course but from the last course, people have really enjoyed the course like very thoroughly. The course is very thoroughly, and I need to make a page sort of showing the proof of all that. Minty Box says, you did. I love how you always say, like, rename it with F2. Like, you even say the shortcuts. Right? This is what I always want. Whenever I'm watching tutorials and somebody's, like, blazing through and they're not narrating their every moves. And the on-screen key displays is a kind of a love-hate relationship. I would actually prefer if teachers or tutorial creators narrated it like that. I'm glad you dig that. I'm glad you dig that. I wish there was more Soylent. All right, get this away from me. Did not land close enough to my trash can. And Minty Box, thank you for telling me. I really appreciate when people come and tell me about their experiences with it. It's really nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where was I? Oh shit! You know what? Okay, here's something. Here's something fucking interesting. there's 2 floors to this airport. That's kind of cool. It could be kind of a... I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this really quick, just as like a little bit of a... Just to... What does it look like? Yeah, just to give it a little something extra. I'm going to make it taller, first of all. So let's go like this. Let's take all of the ceiling and let's raise it up. Let's say it's really tall, actually, like that. And then I'm going to take just these walls. Yeah. And then Shift D, right click, separate that selection. Okay, is this it? Yes, it is. And then I will, can I loop cut around this? Nope. It's all right. Do KZC, cut it down the middle like that. Alt Z to show that. Let's delete all of this and delete all of, oh, that's empty. Okay, good. And then we'll select all that and scale on Z. Okay. And it's not that side, so this should get deleted, but the rest of it will get face, solidify faces, and we'll go in this way. Something like that. Okay, and then actually invert the selection, Control I, U, cube project, scale it up, try to match the scale of these. That looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna turn this back on just so I could move it closer to its little origin point, this little orange thing, and then turn this back on because I mostly want that on. And then put this like right here. Okay. There's some dimensionality in this now. Do you want to scale it down maybe a little bit? What does this look like? Yeah, it's thinner, it's thinner. So there's that. But also I kind of feel like this can be beveled. What if it's B? Oop, like that. Maybe just one. And then U, cube project. Try to match that again. Right there. It's fine. Okay. Hey, give me some good news. Tony Hamilton. How's it going, Tony Hamilton? The good news is, oh, you want some good news? Bada bing, bada boom. You've seen this a million times. The links to the proper merch store is finally in the description. So if you ever want one of these init, live, die FSM shirts, they're linked in the description. What else is good news? Members of Spy is coming along well. I just went to Anime Expo. If you rewind this video, you'll see me weebing out on all the cool merch that I got at Anime Expo. It was exhausting as hell, but pretty good time. What else is good news? There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Life's looking okay right now. Life's looking all right. What about you? Give me some good news. What about you? I want to hear some good news from you. What is it? What is it? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I'm just gonna put in this like kind of a, let's do a quick fence. So if I do this, Shift A, mesh cube. Okay, scale it down like that. And let's focus in on it. Okay, maybe scale down a little bit more. Take this, move it up. And you know, let's just get our little reference boy over here. Okay, see, I would have made that too tall. And scooch it down. Then, what do I do here? Should I just, I feel like I'm always trying to figure out a nice way to do a fence like this. If you extrude this out along Y, oops, and you kind of do something like that, and then, oops, if I split the face and scooch it back, then take this and add a modifier, an array modifier, 0 on X, but 1 on Y, and then change the count. Yeah, that's what I should have been doing a long time ago. That works nicely. That's probably a better way to make fences in an economical way. And then what is the... I kind of want to get like a fake translucent, or like paper, or no, you know what it is? It's like wax or plastic. Let's see, plastic, white. I just want kind of like a fake translucent material that I could slap on this. That'll just kind of look pretty from afar. Yeah, buddy, I'll be sure to check it out. Right on. I paid off $4,000 of debt this month. That is what I'm talking about. That is such a freeing feeling. Fucking A. Congratulations. Congratulations. I paid off a lot of debt in the kind of towards the end of the pandemic, and that was, yeah, it was really life-changing. It was really life-changing. Congrats. I'm gonna go to Unsplash and search for translucent. Not really what I'm looking for. Kind of like translucent plastic. Come on, what is like that? What is this? It's almost like wax paper, or like, what if I search like backlit wax paper? It's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Frosted glass. Nope. What if I just search glass? Or rather, if I just search frosted. No, because this is all like, all right, if I search, I want like that milky, Zaddy wants his milky. Baby wants his milky wilky. There's got to be something like this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Oh shit, I'm all caught up on a texture hunt again. Classic move, getting caught up on a texture hunt. Fuck, ain't nothing showing up here either. Let's search frosted glass here. No, see, it's like this, but without the babe behind it. Or this, without the chairs. Ooh. Okay, I could work with that. I could totally work with that. Come on. If I just find one more, that'd be cool. But I could totally work with the other one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's perfect. Let's grab this. Okay, the super big one. Copy image. Head over to Photoshop. New. Paste it in. Crop it so it's just this part. Okay, and then I will take this trash and content aware fill the hell out of it. Boop. Oops. And this is pretty much what I want. How big is this? Should I make it smaller though? Let's do image size 1200, or make this one 1200 or 1400. Okay. And then Control Shift Alt W, export. What do you call this? Like frosted milky glass. That's what it is. Okay, and then this will have, let's call this a Berlin-airport underscore glass fence piece. And then we'll add a new material to it. I'm gonna try just using this on here, and we'll take it like that, except for this piece, which is going to be our new frosted milky glass. Assign it to that, and this one, look at the image texture that we just made. Okay, milky. There we go. And then the way it gets, oops, the way we're lining it up will be like this. Yeah, looking good, mate. You know, it'd be nice too is a little variation in, or not variation, but just kind of like that, so you could see some shape there. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. And then I take this and change, how many is it? Boop, 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 like that. Do 22. Okay. Hashtag Freedom Gang. Nice. That's definitely what we are. I have to admit, I still do have a little bit of debt. It's not even a little bit. It is a relatively significant amount that I'm trying to pay off. But it's also helping build my credit. It's not fun. It's not fun worrying about these things. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate, wrong application shortcut. Duplicate that. And then put it right here. Rotate on Z 90, -90. And change this one to -9. And then take this Alt-D and scoocharoons over here. GYX, yeah, there we go, like right there. Okay, good enough. I know it's missing a piece over there, but it's kind of like out of the player's reach. I will, however, put all these things together. If I select this one and go Shift S, selection, or no, cursor to selected, Shift A, create an empty, call the empty our Berlin-airport underscore second floor fences, and then we could just take all these and put it in there. And then we could take all these. This needs to get renamed to Berlin Walls second floor, just call it second floor, and put it in there. So now that's all one piece, and I could kind of bring this down like that. Maybe trying to find like what a good, oops, is that good? Yeah, that's fine. I think that works out. Okay, Berlin Airport coming along. And let's see. Okay, that all looks good. Oh. give it a little bit more panache-rooney cube. Scooch it up. Take the top piece, bring it up like that, and maybe just bring this, that, this. We'll scale it along Y like that. What else? I think that's... Actually, that's not even really what's happening there. But I'm going to do that anyway. Okay. And we're going to put that same texture on there. What is it again? Marble. Cube project. Scalar up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Scooch that down. I guess put a modifier on it, right? Is that the move? Array. 0. And then like 3. And then change it up like that. Scooch it down like right here. Yeah. And then can you really go crazy and put another modifier on here? Mirror? Where is mirror? Oh, that's array. Mirror. No, I don't want that. I'm not going to figure that out right now. Tony Hamilton says, any upcoming plans how to use touch controls with PlayMaker? Yes. The answer is yes. I just finished some of the basic third-person stuff that we've been meaning to get out for a long time. And now I'm in a position to sort of finally start focusing on mobile development. To teach, because I have to learn it myself too. The thing was, I was going to meet up with the PlayMaker team recently. But just because of scheduling difficulties and just communication stuff, money, my passport expires this month, a bunch of other things. Tried my hardest to meet up with the PlayMaker team to, well, first of all, to meet them, to have a good time, hang out, but also to have a one-on-one session with them so they could teach me how to do mobile development. The thing is, I've never done any mobile development. I don't have an Android, I only have an iOS, but I don't have a Mac, so I can't really do these Mac builds to test them out and everything. And there's a lot of weird shit, a lot of strange things I have to consider and buy, basically, that has really put off the whole mobile tutorial part of creating the official PlayMaker tutorials. So, that being said, yeah, I think I'm finally in a position where I think I'm either gonna buy an Android or an old Mac, and start developing mobile stuff, just tests, just learning how to do builds for them. It sucks that to even begin developing stuff for iOS, I have to pay some type of fee. You know, even if I'm not really. I mean, I might. There's a fair chance I'll want to build mobile games in the future, but like right now I don't, and it just sucks. I have to kind of like throw it out in the cash. It's not that much. It's not a big deal. It's like $100 or whatever, but like it's still just kind of lame. And that part, even the Android thing kind of makes more sense because I don't have an Android phone, so it's like, well, duh, that's the platform. But it's like I have an iPhone. Anyways, not going to vent that here. The short answer is yes. Mobile development tutorials will be coming out. I want to really feel confident in saying this year. I've been saying 2022 for a long time. I've been saying 2022 would be the year that you'd see Playmaker's mobile development app tutorials, and I stand by that. I stand by that. It's just like literally today I pushed the new tutorials and was thinking like, all right, well, is mobile stuff next? So it's on my mind. Which ones I should be focusing on right now. It's the thing is, the reason I maybe sound so hesitant too is because like the other thing that was next in line, there's a lot of things that are next in line. You should see the Trello for Playmaker tutorials. For the past 2 years, we've been talking about all the tutorials that we should make for Hutong, and that Trello has really grown. But the one thing that's like kind of really sort of like fresh in mind of like that I wanted to prioritize next was Pun 2. So online multiplayer stuff. Like there's tutorials out there, and they're fine tutorials, but there needs to be more definitive and clearer ones, and ones that like cut out all the fat, that kind of get to the point, that utilize the design systems that the design patterns that Alex wants people to use. And it's like everybody can have their own design patterns, but I think that the ones that Alex has come up with in recent years, people have only barely started to utilize them, or at least like as like the norm. In the past, there was some really janky design patterns that became the norm that were never intended to be the norm. It was just that people never really looked into the manual. The documentation, admittedly, wasn't the best, and so people kind of made do with what they could make sense of in that moment, and that led to a lot of kind of hacky workarounds. Even though there were beautifully elegant solutions and tools built into Playmaker before that, it's just people didn't realize that they could use them in certain ways. So that is the other contender for like next series of tutorials is Pun 2, because it would be nice if there could be some Pun 2 tutorials out there that like really showed how clean and simple you can do online multiplayer with Pun using Playmaker. Like it is crazy dead simple. You don't need hours and hours of tutorials to set things up, which is kind of the norm right now. You look at most tutorials and it's like these massive series. It's still long. It's like a lot to process, especially if you go in depth to teach you things. But I think there's just a leaner way to deliver all of that information to people. Anyways, take your time, bro. You don't notice anything. I know. It's just and thank you. It's just on my mind. I'm more stoked about mobile tutorials right now, to be honest. I would like to throw my hat in the ring and make a mobile game sometime next year. If not entirely, to be quite honest, for the profitability of it. I would like to make something that I can finally enjoy playing, because I don't really like most mobile games. And it's like, if I can come up with a game that I would like playing, that fits nicely into this little center of the Venn diagram between me having fun and what 90% of Android or iOS users consider fun, this little sweet spot, like, that'd be nice. I would like a nice little steady income from something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna call this Berlin-Airport _ second floor pillars, not pipplers, pillars. Then I'm gonna Alt-D these, and then I'm gonna scooch them over. I'm gonna rotate 180. Oh, no. Let's do rotate on Z 180. And what does it kind of stick out a little bit over here? Is that the deal? Something like it goes in like that, sticks out like this. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. All right. And then these should be windows. So we'll take these walls and okay, take this, this, and this. Oh, no, you know what? I could just do bools. Never underestimate a nice Boolean operator. Or Boolean modifier. What do these look like? Okay, top to bottom, baby. So it's like scale like that. Okay. And then scale on Y. Okay. I think that is Chilskis, Manilskis. And push it right here. Like that. And then Shift D. Like right here. And here. Okay. Take this wall, add modifier, Boolean, take this, hide it, and yes, that looks great. All right. Wunderbar. We'll call this the Berlin Airport underscore second floor windows. What do I call it? Cutout. It should be called like stencils, but fuck it. And then we're gonna apply that shiz. Apply. And then, honestly, you could put, what do these look like? These are, that's kind of interesting. What if I took this and put something, do I have like a, I know this is the GUM skylight, but I'm going to chop it up and try repurposing it here. I'm going to go like this. Make a Diablo Immortal clone, but less greedy. What is Diablo Immortal? Is that the new... Is that Diablo 4? I'm not a Diablo head. I don't know shit about Diablo, yo. Like, that is a big blind spot for me. Rasterize layer, and I think what I'm going to do is just chop out this nonsense and then chop out what do these windows look like again? They're tall, right? So I could chop that out. Oh, I should just chop all of this out. That, and that, and then I'll scooch-a-roons this, like that. Like that. Okay. And then Control-Shift-Alt-W, export as tall, frosted, milky window panels. But actually, you know what? I'm going to take this and we're going to image adjustments, hue and saturation, and let's desaturate that. Let's make them clean. Okay, and then we'll save it as that. Export, and we'll find that milky. Where is it? Where did I just save this shit? What did I just save that as? There. Tall, frosted, milky window panels. Yes, I would like to replace it. Okay, and now in Blender, we'll toss those in. If I just take this one and this one, fill it, and then separate selection. Okay. Oop, whoa. Just this though. Okay. Go to materials, remove that one. New. Tall, frosted, milky window panels. It's really funny to me. Okay. Tall, frosted, milky. There we go. And then cube project, scalar up like that. Do we get the edge of that one in? We do. Wunderbar. And then second floor windows. Just started watching some of the PlayMaker Core Concepts playlist. They are really useful. I'm saying this because I think you worked on them. I think I did. Yes, I create all of the official PlayMaker tutorials starting from 2020 forward. Or I guess they came out in 2021. I started working on them in 2020, but yeah, all that new the Core Concepts tutorial, they have that like style of thumbnail. And I guess the best way to say this is just the ones that have my voice in it, right? So if you recognize that voice, it's no coincidence. I'm that guy. And I'm glad they're helpful. I seriously, like, I try to make them like the definitive tutorials, you know? Second floor window. And then if I shift A, make an empty and call this essentially the same thing, right? But with an S at the end, plural. Put that in there. And now if I duplicate it, I can, well, you know what I'm gonna do is like scale on, what, why? Oh. Yeah, like just a little bit bigger than they need to be. Same thing with this, Alt D, Y, and it kind of fits into there. Right there. Nice. Then take these, Alt D on X. Okay. And I think that's pretty good too. Yep. Cool. And I can collapse that just so it's not all messy. All right, Berlin Airport coming along nicely. I have to admit, this is one of my favorite designs for the airports. What's kind of bugging me out is like, it's kind of a bummer how tall up, how far up that is. What if I brought this down just a little bit? Second floor pillars, put these in here. What if I brought this down like this? How much further? How much? What's crazy? I mean, honestly, I can't even like it like that. I could, yeah. And then I'll have to, I mean, I was gonna bring these down, but even that's kind of cool. I dig that. I dig that big time. This is great. Okay. Cool. Berlin is looking really good. Berlin Airport's looking really good. Started on the GUI video now. I'm hoping to make a first game pretty soon. Right on. Right fucking on. Yeah, I mean, like, if you blast those tutorials, and if you're, you know, really, the thing I recommend is, like, just follow along. Alt-Tab. If you don't use Alt-Tab, get used to that. Just swap back and forth between Unity and YouTube. And by the way, hotkeys on your keyboard to control YouTube videos, J, K, and L. So hitting J and L, it rewinds and fast forwards 15 seconds. J is back, L is forward. You can think of it as like left and right. And then K, it's like right in the middle, is like pause and play. That for YouTube videos. Your arrow keys also, by the way, left and right is forward and backward 5 seconds. So if you want to go shorter intervals. So what you could do is you could be alt-tabbing between Unity and the PlayMaker tutorials, and you could hit K just to like pause and stuff. And that way you can follow along with it a little bit more, maybe. just to kind of like to get used to actually clicking on the things. It might stick in your mind a little bit better. So you definitely are learning something if you just watch them passively. If you just watch the videos, I'm sure you can learn something. But I highly recommend, even if there's nothing like of any use being built in those abstract tutorials, that you're at least sort of building the muscle memory of where certain windows are and what it feels like to sort of click certain buttons or go through certain like subsections of options, so to speak. Navigating a user interface is all I'm trying to say. Is like that can kind of get put into muscle memory. Diablo Immortal is the new game where you have to spend $110,000 to max out an A character. That's fucking ridiculous. Tony Hamilton says, thanks for that info. You got it. That's insane. That's really insane. What's the other one that's like that? It's not Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is like the legit one, right? It's one of those like infinite space games. Star Citizen or something. One of those you could sink millions of dollars of just like there's like a whole economy in it. Okay, so what's after this? You know what I do want? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's build it up a little bit. I'm putting a lot of detail into this fucking airport. I don't know if this is smart right now. I feel like I can get away with it really quickly though. Mesh cube. I can do like this, like right here, and then scale on X, like that, right? Okay, good. Oops, I did see though. Aha, look at all this. This needs to get flip that. There we go. Same thing with these ones. A, Alt, N, flip. Okay. And those ones are going to be double-sided textures anyway. So forget about it. Forget about it. Okay. Taking this. And what does it look like? $5:17. Shit. What time is it right now? I mean, why did I say that? How long have I been streaming for is what I meant to say. Nearly 2 hours. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I just want to catch... I've been going to those like intense like exercise classes. I want to make sure I catch it. Let's Alt-D this right there. And I'll slap textures on it later. Fuck it. What else? Got those, that got those. I think we need to just move on to the kiosks here. These kiosks. Okay. Is there any better pictures of those? I don't think so. Oh, here's some good ones. Ish. Okay. Are these the same ones? They are, right? Yeah. Somebody had color film, and somebody did not. So, I love the little model planes here. That's a nice touch. Passengers, something. Okay. What do they like? What do they like? Let's put a person over there. So we're going to the second room now. We're gonna put a person here. Shift S8. Okay, rotate 90. Oh, rotate Z 90. Scooch him back. Okay, you walk in. And there are kiosks like right here. Shift A, cube, and bring it up like that. I want to say that let's do scale on Y. Okay. And let's put it right in front of them so we can just kind of build it around them. It's just above the waist. Something like this, a little bit higher. And then we can grab these outside, Alt-E to extrude face along normals. And then this. Actually, how wide does it need to be first? Scale on X, so it's a little bit wider. Okay, then Alt-E. And that is where these come in. Oops, okay. And it's not super deep, it's like that. Okay. And what else? Can I loop cut along this whole thing? I can. Okay. And then loop select this shit. Alt-E along faces. That looks good. Alt-Z to scale these down a little bit, make them a little flatter. There we go. And it kind of extrudes out here. There's a little bit more detail in their version, but I'm gonna not do it on the inside. I'm just gonna do it on the outside, and it's gonna be just something really basic like that. Okay, and then we have poles and like a top part. So the top part, I imagine I could just take these faces, Shift D, split them or separate them rather, and then solidify. Oops, let's bring it down like that. A little bit more. I guess I could fix that in a second. Okay, it's fine. What am I looking at here? Needs to fit just up front. So we'll go G, Y, okay, and then we'll bring this back as well, like that. Because it is kind of thick. And then same thing with this. Actually, this does not need to be that thick. Like that. And these can be scaled on X. Okay. But they also need to line up right with this. So we're going to select just these objects, hide everything else in the world, go to the top view, and then move this over. just gonna try to line it up. I'm gonna eyeball it like that. Maybe bring it forward a little bit more. Okay. But these parts need to come out. So we're gonna Alt-Z, so we could see through everything. Wait, Alt-Z? Can't see through. Oh, because I'm playing. Okay. And I'm eyeballing the shit again. Not the most reliable method. Not super recommended. Let's scooch it down so it's closer to its origin. And it's looking okay. It does have these poles in here, so I think maybe I could take just these little corner points. Yep. And then hit I to extrude inner. And then extrude down like that. Looking good. Okay. Alt-H to bring everything back. Oops. And let's rename these things. So this is the Berlin-Airport underscore ticket. Oh, no. Gate agent booth. And this is overhead. Let's put that in there. I feel like I should honestly kind of combine that geometry maybe. I'm not tripping. Let's just leave it like that for a sec. And rotate Z 180. And then we could scooch it against the wall where it sticks into the wall a little bit. Looks like maybe what needs to happen is probably needs a little spot to enter, huh? Maybe we just don't have it again. Oh, it kind of looks nice against the wall though. Like that. Or what if this was just the only part that went into the wall? Is that super weird? That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Actually, that's somehow looking kind of chill. I could dig that. I could dig that. Then I'll just kind of put an empty here. Shift A, empty with arrows. We'll call this Berlin-Airport underscore gate agent booths. And we'll put this in there. And now we can just duplicate this. Select hierarchy, Alt-D. And then on X, we're gonna go right here. I don't know how many I should put. I feel like it should be 5. 1 for each city. Let's see. What if I grab these? Oh, or select hierarchy, delete. What if I give this a array and that's funny, it only applies to that geometry. Okay, I could live with that for right now. Let me just see what it looks like. Count 5, and then there we go. You kind of just gauge, yeah. So I think what if I took this and this and hit Control J? Oh, Wrong one. This and this. Control J. Wait, what am I missing here? Gate agent booths. It's just supposed to be these ones. Control J. What the fuck? There's... Agent booths. Okay. It is one mesh piece. Add modifier, array. 5 of them going this way. Okay. I'm also gonna bring it in like, oh, yeah, like this. Just to give them room on the other side. Right there. Let's get a perfect overhead. That looks good. Okay. Okay, these are all your ticket agents. Mm-hmm. Okay. Think this is looking pretty good. Oh, let me hide these. Whoa, 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 whoa. This, oh, this. Oh, it's all one, that's why. There we go. Okay. Doink. All right. You walking through, doing some shopping, come in here, buy a little book to read on the plane, come over here, buy your tickets. Okay. Come through here. You're waiting. And then you come up to the gate agent, give them your ticket, and you board. And then there'll be doors right there. Okay. I think we're looking okay. I think the last move here is just texture those. What time is it? 5:30. You know what? I think that's it. I think we're pretty good for right now. Yeah, I think we're chilling. Maybe I just cut these out, right? Maybe I just put the holes. Or should I texture these? How crazy would it be to texture these right now? They're like this. They have the plastic on them. They have some gray metal, and they have some like paint. Let's search for some textures. Library, and we'll search like painted wood. You always get too like grungy. Like the thing is, you go on textures websites, and they're just so like, oh, you want the texture. It's like there's never anything subtle. It's always like, oh, you want just the dirtiest grunt. Like if it's wood, it's like you could just tell it's wood. But like for example, you know this thing. I feel like this is probably wood. This painted part. But you can't really tell because it's painted over. It has like a nice fine coat of paint on it. And I just wish there were more textures like that on here instead of all these ones where you could just see the grain so strongly. This kind of hits that. Kind of hits that. It's still a little messy though. I want something. I. Maybe I skip this for now. Is there like a simple solution? Modeling my German airport, I'm looking for a very specific solution. A final one, you might say. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, because I would have to get the metals and then the plastic. The floor, I already got it. The walls are already there pretty much. They can have the same texture. I have these windows and stuff. Maybe I at least kind of like, let me make some big moves like this. Let's go go to the top, grab these, bring them out like that. Let's just bring a little bit of this space in. That way I could take these booths, stick them against the wall like that. Now there's more room here for, I guess we could do these pillars kind of thing. So if I do this, Shift A, mesh cube, and then we make it smaller like that. Maybe be a little bit bigger. Bring it up, and then I feel like maybe what it needs is that. And then I could take these sides, these lines, and then scale them in, right? What is the shape here? It's not exactly this, but I feel like this is kind of like a nice shape that suggests a pillar, right? Kind of like the star shape. Then I could take these top ones, and then, let me see. Yeah, and just bring it way up. Come on, like that. Okay, and then give it an array modifier. I guess I'll just put it back here. And actually, I will put it over here. Say by 5 units, 10? Yeah. And then let's see how many fit in here. 4? Okay, that seems okay. And what else? Maybe if I change it to 6 units. Yeah, I kind of dig that. And then make 6 of them in here. Yeah. 7? What if there's one against the wall here? Nah. Okay, let's go to the top view and we'll make sure that they're nice and evenly spaced. It's weird because, yeah, I'm actually just gonna change it to something like, let's change it to 8 and then make 8 fit. There. Okay. How does it feel to walk through this? Yeah, that actually feels pretty good. Walking through it like this feels pretty good. Okay. And then what else is in here? The windows, they kind of go just above that thing. So like, we'll go like this, Shift A, put a cube, and then, honestly, actually, Shift S, selection to cursor, take this, Shift S, 8, so it gets put on top of it. It doesn't quite fit so well. It's all right. And then go like this. I don't know why I was trying to match it so well. It's all one big thing. That's fine. And it's about one of these above it, so it goes like right here. And then it goes basically all the way up to the ceiling. So we'll take this and goes. Is this how tall it is? Maybe this will be the ceiling for us, like right there. And then move this out like over here. Let's see how this looks. So it'll go, is it edge to edge? Kind of is. I'll leave a little bit of space. We'll say like right here. And then this will go here. Okay. And then take this wall, add a boolean, subtract this, hide this just to make sure it looks good. It does. So we'll take the wall again and hit apply. Okay. And then we'll put in, let's just yoink these same windows. So I'll take this, hit 2, turn off that X-ray shit, grab this face, line, edge, and this one, that one, okay, separate selection, and scoop, just this, scooch it forward a little bit, go to materials, and change this one to tall, frosted, milky window panels. And then tab a cube project, a scale, and we'll do something like that. Yeah. Okay. Is that close to this? Yeah. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, at least put a little bit of panache in here. So these will be some type of metal, these pillars. And then do we put in these doors too? Shift A, mesh cube, focus in, and bring it down like right. Give it a little bit of go all the way down. Yeah. And then, is that wide enough for a person? Let's say it's just a little bit wider. X. Like that. Okay. And then we call this like Berlin door cutout. Give it a boolean. Array. Oops. Except by a factor of that much. Say there's 5 of them. Okay, they all, or, oh shit. Only 4 of them. 4, 4, 4. Okay, it's kind of funny, but it's okay. Okay. And then maybe they're a little taller. Okay. Take this wall, boolean, cut these out, hide them so it looks good. Yes. Okay. Take the wall, apply. All right. So they all have that. Cool, 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 cool. Let's unhide everything so we could put some of this bullshit down here, but save it for later just in case we ever need it. And now that is looking super sweet. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Does it just need a roof? Is that the finishing touch that I should put on it right now? What time is it? 5:43. Okay. Put benches and other things in there later. Oh, a roof. Just put a roof in really quick. Okay, so take the floor, Shift D, Z, bring it up like that. And we'll say that it's GZ right there. Yeah, or GZ right there. Okay. And the ceiling, I'm gonna give it that wood panel stuff. Just think that'll work. Yeah. Rotate 90 degrees. Scale it up. Okay. Because that's kind of what that looks like. Except maybe it is facing that way. It looks a little weird in here, though. I'm not sure how I feel about it in here. Can I segment some of this? Segment? What does it look like in this one? This one is its own fucking thing. Oh, shit. Okay. This has a skylight. Okay, okay. So what if this one was, if I added the marble tile, assign, yep, and then scale like that, and then what is the shape here? What if we put like Shift S8? Oh wait, Shift S2, and then Shift A, mesh cube, and then scale on X about there, and then scale on Y about there, and then moved it this way. Maybe scale on Y a little bit more, like that. Give it a modifier, an array modifier. Say there's 10 of them in here, and it's by a factor of this on the Y, 1.5. Is that how much it is? Maybe 1.25. Okay. And there's 9 of them in here. Or there's 8. And I just scooch them in the middle a little bit more. Okay. Then you take the ceiling, add modifier, boolean, this, and apply, take these, and hide them underground. Oop, okay. And then this will get this and this and this. Face, separate selection, and move it up a little bit. Okay. And then this is material, get rid of both of these and add in the just the frosty milky glass. Cube project, rotate this way, scale it up like that, and then I guess scale on Y a little bit just to make them go outside. Then you do Alt Z, Y, yep, Alt D, Y, Alt D, Alt D. Oh, I'm hitting Alt X, Alt D, Y, D, Y. Okay, and those are going to be the skylights. All right, Berlin Airport. This one came together pretty quick. There's a lot of design elements that I feel like I really vibe with the Germans. That just made a lot of sense to make this come together pretty quickly. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Now I gotta call it 5:48. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready to go exercise and stuff. So to everybody who swung by today, Sappy Rook, Tony Hamilton. Again, I can't look at the old. It's annoying because I used to be able to like scroll back and look at everybody who came through the chat, but this only gives me a limited view now. So just to everybody who swung by, really appreciate it. Hope you got a little something out of this. Yeah, hope you had a good time. Hope you learned something. If, let me see, what's 549, but, yeah, I'm done for today. I was going to say, like, maybe I come back later, but no, I'm pretty done for today. So just thanks. Take care of yourselves, guys. And thanks for the kind words earlier about the course and stuff. If you're interested in learning how to make your own Metroidvania or a horror game, there are links in the description of this video that show you how to do that from a total beginner. I have these courses out that if you've never touched Unity, then it doesn't matter. I hold your hand, I explain everything, and really work a lot of advanced concepts into this thing. Like it really is like from beginner to pretty advanced. How much of it you retain, you know, like I do my best to sort of like repeat a lot of things and to sort of drill a lot of the concepts in, like through explaining my reasons for using certain things. I don't do anything like blindly in there. I don't expect you to take my instructions blindly. Very often I'll be explaining exactly why I'm doing things. There's a handful of things in there which I do just expect you to trust me on them, but you kind of will see a big picture in the end. The horror course is about just the tropes of a horror game. So by the end of it, you'll have all the sort of major mechanics and features of a horror game to build your own. I don't really tell you how to build the story or how to build the progression into your game or anything like that. So it's really just like the fundamentals. And at the end, you have a cool little toy box to put together your own horror game. Yeah, the Metroidvania, that's a little different. It's similar in that I do teach you how to do all the tropes of a Metroidvania, but by the end of that one, there is something that is more fleshed out as an actual game loop, so to speak. Because I mean, Metroidvanias have a much more formulaic game loop. Horror games, it's kind of hard. You know, there's not like a horror game loop formula. You know, there's just sort of tropes, jump scares and collecting things, reading letters, but how you put those things together is not really a typical one. So with Metroidvania, it's different. By the end of it, you actually end up with the classic Metroidvania game loop of unlocking doors and beating bosses to unlock it. Horror game dev stuff is just about the tropes. So I teach you how to make like more of like the standout features of when you think of a horror game. So yeah, you can get those. Join the Discord, say what's up, swing by, show us what you're working on if you do check out these courses. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys really soon. I'll be hanging out in the Discord later. Thanks for swinging by, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. It's getting hot. Get some exercise, though, and spend time with people that you love, your friends and family. Be in the same room with them. Don't just send them a text message. If you have to, then send them a text message. But if you can get in the same room with them, if you could be in the same space physically, it'll do your soul some good. All right. How do I close this shit out? There it is. All right, everybody. Thanks for